There is a version of you that woke up this morning, looked in the mirror, and felt something uncomfortable. Not pain, not sadness. Something quieter than that. A feeling that life is moving, but you are not. That everyone around you seems to be progressing, and you are just existing. You told yourself it was a bad day, but deep down you knew it has been a bad year, maybe longer. Here is the truth no one is saying out loud. You are not lazy. You are not broken. You are not unlucky. You are stuck at a level that was never designed to challenge you. And the terrifying part, most people never even realize there are levels above it. Right now, 99% of people are living at level 3. They wake up, they react, they survive the day, they sleep, and they repeat it all over again. They call it life, but it is not life. It is a loop. And the most dangerous thing about a loop is that it feels normal. Normal is the enemy of greatness. And comfort is the cage most people mistake for home. Think about someone you know, maybe a friend, a family member, maybe even yourself. Intelligent, capable, full of potential, but somehow nothing changes. Year after year, the same conversations, the same struggles, the same dreams sitting on the shelf collecting dust. That is not a failure of talent. That is a failure of level. They are playing a game that was designed to keep them exactly where they are. So what are the levels? And why does level 3 trap almost everyone? Level 1 is survival. Pure, raw, animal survival. Most people in the developing world are here. Every single thought is about food, safety, shelter. There is no space for ambition when your basic needs are not met. This level is brutal, honest, and real. And most people reading this have already escaped it. But here is what they never tell you. Escaping level 1 does not mean you are free. Level 2 is comfort. This is where things get dangerous. You have a job, you have a roof, you have Netflix and a phone and food in the fridge. Life is not hard, but it is not meaningful either. You are safe. And safety after years of struggle feels like success. But it is not success. It is sedation. You are not winning. You are just no longer losing. And there is a massive, universe-sized difference between those two things. Most people spend their entire 20s in level 2 thinking they have made it. They have not. They have just stopped falling. Then comes level 3, and this is where it gets psychological. Level 3 is performance. This is the level where you actually start doing things. You work hard. You set goals. You read the books, you watch the videos, you follow the successful people online. You are motivated, sometimes. You make progress, occasionally. But something keeps pulling you back. You take 2 steps forward and somehow end up 1 step behind. You cannot figure out why. And that confusion, that invisible ceiling, that is the trap of level 3. Because level 3 is not about effort. It is about identity. The person at level 3 works hard, but they still see themselves as someone who is trying, someone who is becoming, someone who almost has it figured out. And that identity, that tiny unconscious belief that you are still on your way, keeps you permanently in transit. You are always almost there, but there is no arrival because your mind never fully committed to being there. Here is the punchline. You do not rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your identity. And until your identity changes, your results will not. This is why motivation does not work long term. Motivation is fuel. Identity is the engine. You can pour all the fuel in the world into a broken engine and it will not move. The people you admire, the ones at level 4 and beyond, they are not more motivated than you. They are more decided. There is a difference between wanting something and deciding you are the kind of person who gets it. That difference is everything. But here is what makes level 3 so seductive. It rewards you just enough to keep you there. You get the small wins, the occasional breakthrough, the compliment from a colleague, the month where the numbers look good, the week where you feel like you finally figured it out. And those small rewards become emotional anchors. They keep you coming back, not to grow, but to feel that feeling again. You are not building, you are chasing a feeling, and feelings fade. Level 3 people are addicted to the feeling of progress. Level 5 people are committed to the reality of it. So what is level 4? Level 4 is ownership, not of things, of self. This is where you stop reacting to life and start directing it. At level 4, you do not wait for motivation. You do not wait for the right moment. You do not wait for someone to give you permission. You make the decision and you execute it, even when it is uncomfortable, even when it is uncertain, even when every part of you wants to go back to the comfort of level 2. Level 4 is where character is built. This is where identity shifts. And that shift is not loud. It does not come with a dramatic moment or a movie scene. It comes quietly, in a Tuesday morning when you do the hard thing even though no one is watching. That is the moment, that quiet, invisible Tuesday morning moment. That is where the version of you that you dream about is actually born. Most people are waiting for a sign. They are waiting for the universe to show them something spectacular. But the universe does not speak in signs. It speaks in patterns. And your pattern, the pattern of your choices, your thoughts, your reactions, that pattern is the sign. That pattern is telling you exactly who you are becoming. Are you listening to it? Level 5. This is rare. This is where very few people ever reach. Not because it requires genius or talent or extraordinary luck, but because it requires something most people refuse to give: complete surrender to the process. At level 5, you are no longer working for results. You are working because the work itself has become your identity. You do not need external validation. You do not need the applause or the metrics or the followers. You are driven by something internal, something permanent, something no one can take from you. At level 5, fear does not disappear, but it changes shape. It goes from being a wall that stops you to being a signal that tells you where to go next. The things that scare you become your map, and your comfort zone becomes the place you leave, not the place you return to. Now stop, because this is the most important question in this entire video, and I need you to sit with it honestly. Which level are you actually on? Not the level you wish you were on, not the level you perform for other people. Which level do you genuinely operate from when no one is watching, when there is no reward, when the only thing pushing you is the voice inside your own head? That voice, what does it say? Is it the voice of someone moving, or is it the voice of someone waiting? Because here is the brutal truth. Waiting is a choice, and every day you wait is a vote for the person you are right now over the person you are capable of becoming. And those votes accumulate, silently, painfully, until one day you look back and the gap between who you are and who you could have been is so wide that it becomes its own kind of grief. The grief of an unlived potential. That grief is real, and it is completely avoidable. The levels exist, the path exists, but the path does not open itself. You open it with your choices, with your commitment, with the decision, made not once but every single day, that you are no longer willing to live at the level that was assigned to you by circumstances, by other people, by your past. Your past is not your sentence. It is just your starting point. You can change levels, not with a single dramatic decision, but with 1,000 small, silent, unglamorous ones. The decision to read instead of scroll, to reflect instead of react, to build instead of complain, to move when everything in you wants to stay still. That is the path. That is how levels change. Not loudly, not all at once, but irreversibly. One invisible Tuesday morning at a time. The 99% will stay at level 3, not because they lack potential, but because they never truly committed to leaving. They were always almost ready, almost decided, almost there. Do not be almost, be decided, be relentless, be the version of yourself that your past self needed to see. You already know which level you are on. Now you know which level you are capable of reaching. The only question left is the most important one you will ever answer. What are you going to do about it? If this hit something deep in you, if something in this video felt like a truth you already knew but needed to hear, subscribe. Because this channel exists for the people who are done with almost, the people who are ready to be decided. Every video here is built to take you to the next level, not with empty motivation, with psychological truth, with the kind of thinking that actually changes people. That is what this channel is for. That is what you are here for.